3-2, it would finish to Liverpool, an important win for them, their 10th win in 12 Premier League games this season, just one draw and one loss, and this is how it's looking in the table right now, 8 points above second place, Manchester City. Some very enthusiastic fans in the stands today. We could hear chants of Liverpool are going to win the league. I don't know if you guys heard that, because I definitely did, Stevie, but what did you make of this performance today?
Do you know, they deserved to win, they were the better side. But it certainly wasn't scripted this way. You know, at 1-0, up until the penalty, I thought the game was over. I couldn't see how Southampton were going to hurt Liverpool at all. It's a poor challenge from Robertson. I think it's outside the box, but the penalty's given, and according to the way the rules are set...
They say there's no evidence that the contact stopped once they moved into the box.
Right, and listen, we all know the rules before we started. So it's kind of... For me to start arguing about what the rules should be, we know what the rules are before we started, and if ref gives a penalty and they get the penalty, then that's what you've got to take it. But to go 2-1 down, I said when we saw the highlight, the defending was horrendous, and I think you've only got to look back to the last international break when Liverpool came back, how poor they were at home against Forest, and they defended similar then. And previous to that and after that, they've been solid. So I'm going to put it down to the international break with the way they defended, particularly on that second goal, because as I said, there was no composure. It was just like a bunch of kids with their eye on the ball chasing it. I mean, the goals, this is such a strange game. Liverpool got 3 goals, and basically the 3 goals were really down to horrendous mistakes by Southampton. Now, they did have a load of half chances, Liverpool, but the actual goals they got, Southampton absolutely could have avoided them. So they deserved to win. They were the better team, but it was just a crazy way to do it. And the only thing that mattered was getting the win, right?
Absolutely.
End of the day.
And I know this is a Liverpool-centric conversation, and rightfully so. But you cannot evaluate and analyze this game without strengthening the point that Stevie just made about Southampton. Yeah. I go back to the first goal by Liverpool. The goalkeeper has the ball in his hands, McCarthy. He has the ball in his hands. And he has Harwood Bellis next to him, encouraging him to play the ball, this short ball, to a player who has his back to the rest of the field. Into pressure, into incoming pressure from Liverpool. And I know that this is the way that Southampton wants to play. Well, you should change it. Because there are moments in which you cannot do this. So that's gift number 1. McCarthy in the second goal is gift number 2. I have no idea what kind of angle he takes on this ball and allows then Liverpool a way back into the game that, quite frankly, at that point seemed like, oh, I don't know, because it's a bunch of half chances, not really clear opportunities. And the penalty, the handball. I don't know if you noticed this, Stevie, but when you're watching the game, Sugawara, he obviously hits the ball with his arm, and as he's trying to plead his innocence, he's saying, it hit me right here. Yeah. It hit me right here. Sugawara, this is your arm. This is a handball right there. And he's like, yeah, here. Well, there is a handball. So it's gifts that Liverpool received today, and to their credit, they took advantage of those gifts. And so to your point, and the larger picture of Liverpool this season, what matters is that this was 3 points, and it continues to create separation between them and the rest. How they got there is the part in which Arne Slot and this team have to be able to figure out that they have to be better defensively in moments of transition, and offensively how to break teams down that have so many numbers behind the ball.
We're going to bring up the title odds. Obviously, it's an 8-point difference between Liverpool and Manchester City. I want to get your thoughts on how things are in your eyes right now, Stevie, and whether you think that part of today, Liverpool did have that anxiety of knowing a win today means we're putting this much distance between ourselves and City.
Yeah, I don't get the feeling that they're going on the field thinking like that, to be honest with you. However, I think they'll be thinking about that very thing next week against Manchester City. Because in everybody's eyes, if they beat Manchester City, you'll hear them all coming out the woodwork saying the title's over.
Will you say that?
Absolutely not. I was part of a team that won the title, having been 11 points behind with 13 games to go against an Everton side who at the time were as good as anybody in Europe. So, no, if Liverpool beat City next week, it is a huge result. But it's not title defining. Because I've seen it happen before where it can disappear. So, yeah, they're in an incredible position. They absolutely deserve to be favourites. They are favourites. I mean, to have an 8-point gap after 11, 12 games, then it's yours to lose. I mean, it is Liverpool's to lose, having been given an 8-point start from City and 9 from Arsenal.